time for Scar School for Scratch and Dent sale, 30% off. So what is Scratch and Dent? Well, these are all animal hides, so it's gonna have some flaws. Starting with number one, there's a lot of brands. Someone branded this cow at a young age, keeled over, looks cool. Now we can cut through it, so it's a Scratch and Dent. Cool little numbering from the tannery probably. It doesn't affect the structural at all, but it just looks cool, but not everyone wants numbers on their products. Small little baby wrinkles that are just a little bit into the grain. A really common one is just dye flaws or inconsistencies in the color of the leather just to try to match it. You know, this is a pretty severe one, but most of the other ones are a lot smaller that we can integrate into a product without it looking too crazy. But all this is like the most severe stuff you're gonna see on Scratch and Dent. Most of the other stuff's just our manufacturing flaws where we scratch it with a needle or whatever. So 30% off, Scratch and Dent, check it out below.
Turriff. Pretty cool name. I think it's pronounced Turriff. But I think these guys are kind of a new kid on the block, kind of Barefoot brand. And so I don't really know much about them. So we're gonna have to look up their brand, their website. Turriff, I believe. Turriffshoes.com. Functional footwear. Let's look at the story of Turriff. Very green, very like eco-friendly, like outdoorsy kind of vibe on the website. Turriff footwear is truly useful footwear. Our focus on rugged comfort, ease, and freedom of movement. We offer tranquility for your toes and the ability to move freely through life and outdoors. Turriff footwear allows you to escape the confinements of normal shoes and the binds of daily life. Get outside and move. Foot function is key to the design. Our aim was to create footwear in which the foot dictated the form. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I see what they're saying now. As a result, our comfort fit last works for almost every type of foot. And the thing that I like about this is like it's outdoorsy and like go outside, go do stuff, but it's not like we're gonna save the environment just by ourselves by doing this and this. It's like, to me, this is more of like how some of these outdoor brands should position their stuff in like a true authentic way instead of like pandering. You know, like I don't like eco-friendly pandering, and this is not it, fortunately. Not eco-friendly pandering. Our uppers, our shoes are made using traditional shoemaking methods, allowing for easy repair and recrafting, so you can continue wearing your shoes for years to come. Our uppers are all leather. Leather is durable, flexible, and natural material that breathes and moves with our bodies. Leather molds to the shape and wears and acts like a second skin. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd say it 1,000 times. I'm like, it's literally millions of years worth of evolution and survival of the fittest, life and death to make the perfect material to wrap a body in, an animal in, like to cover the muscle. It's skin, which we turn into a non-rotting version of skin, which is leather. Synthetic materials trap heat and moisture and break down quickly. The only synthetic material we use is a slim 6mm EVA midsole and our rubber outsole. And even rubber, you know, it's technically, if it's natural rubber, it does at some point come from a rubber tree. I just don't know if it is or not. The shoes were created with a minimal barefoot-inspired approach. They are flexible with a wide forefoot, designed to allow your feet to move freely and spread out, giving you comfort and stability. We chose to go with a slim 6mm EVA midsole to provide a balance between protection, comfort, and ground feel. For those used to barefoot shoes, these will initially feel a little stiffer than synthetic glued barefoot shoes. In order to achieve our unique style and easily repairable shoe construction, a certain stiffness is required for assembly. Plus, I like a little bit. I don't want to feel like I'm walking around barefoot. I just walk around barefoot if I wanted that. Like I want some protection. I want some squish. I want some stability in it. So it seems like these should be pretty cool. Created by shoemaker and footwear designer Andrew Turriff, a versatile creator with expertise in traditional boot making, athletic footwear, orthopedic shoemaking. His unique blend of knowledge has led him to the path to create foot function outdoor shoes. Whoa, look at this. They got big, I'm not gonna read this, but like, they clearly care about like what they're doing. Let's do it. Let's open it up, see how these look. Because that's the thing with like these more natural barefoot kind of styles. They can be really cool, but really ugly. So we'll see how these rank from like cool to clown. I think that's what we usually do for like the barefoot stuff. Using the Christie knife because I was gonna use this big idea design, but I forgot I broke the blade when I think it was on that Goral like brass screw boot. I have an idea for this knife that I'm gonna hit up Christie and be like, I've got an idea. Do you guys want to like do a little collaboration or just take this idea and make it so I can have one? Because this knife is really, really cool. It's handmade, made in the United States. 4 generations of Christie's making these knives. I know I talk about them a lot, but it's because I like small brands. I like when people have been doing things like for 4 generations. It's the same as those Higo no Kami knives. I just like them because you guys that watch this probably care about that kind of stuff too, where it's like, you know, the heritage of things, like things aren't made like they used to, except for certain stuff that you can find. Big Idea Design, same way, like all these knife companies that we keep showing. I need to get some more knives. So if anyone has any recommendations or knows any knife companies, let me know. But, whoa. Cardboard packaging. Woo, come with their own little duster bags. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how the Turriffs look. Dang, that is a Barefoot shoe if I've ever seen one. So let's see, what's this about? It's got like stretchy laces, that's cool. Let me get some of that. These look like, what do they look like? They look like a spaceship almost, just like, they look like Pinewood Derby. Maybe that's what it's looking like to me. If you don't know what a Pinewood Derby is, you missed out on your childhood. It might be I don't think it's just a Utah thing. It might be. Okay, let's look at this thing. Okay, Vibram outsole. Pretty thin, like skin style outsole. Looks like it's maybe like 5 or 6 millimeters tall. There's that 6 millimeter midsole they're talking about. And like, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm a heritage bro through and through. I'm like, heritage everything, leather everything. But I also like comfort. And so I'm totally fine with that. Because this stitch down doesn't go all the way through. So when you need to have that outsole replaced, or if you wear through the midsole, or you want it more squish or less squish, take it to any cobbler. They'll lay down a sheet of foam, put a new outsole on, and you're good to go. And it'd be a lot cheaper and a lot more affordable than taking like a low quality shoe in and trying to have it repaired. Is it Blake stitch too? Yeah, so it seems like there's a Blake stitch on the inside. Looks like a leather midsole, and then it's a stitch down at the toe, but then must be nailed at the heel or Blake stitched at the heel. Because I see a Blake stitch up through the toe. And then it's a half sock liner with some foam underneath. And then looks like a veg tan insole. This is cool. It's like they took a Pacific Northwest kind of style and made it into a little lightweight sneaker. Because it's fully leather lined too. These are wacky in a good way. You know, they're clearly barefoot. Like I have this pair of Converse here just to kind of show you the difference here. Your notoriously narrow Chuck Taylors. I think this is actually a wide pair. I think I got them in wide versus this. You see? But it is really well done. I like the stretchy thing too, because if you're lazy like I am, I like just slipping shoes on. Double layered looks like in a few different areas. I can't tell if it's actually double layered, if it's just the look of it. Clearly has a counter in there of some kind. It must be leather, because they said it's the only synthetics are the foam. Those are cool. We'll hold full judgment till we try them on, because any of these barefoot shoes, it's kind of like you never know how they're gonna look until you put them on. We opened up the Rose Anvil vaults for the first time because we got some wallets that we used to make that we just discontinued to kind of pare down our wallet offering. So we're bringing back for a limited time. First of all, the Luton wallet. So this is our other bifold wallet. It's a little bit slimmer, has less layers. It's got a little peekaboo quick draw pocket so you can push your cards up. Got your cash slot available in all the colors. And this is the Row wallet. So it's a similar bifold. It's a vertical bifold, 2 pockets for cards, 2 pockets for cards or cash, all the same colors. So get them before they're gone, because it's going back into the vault after sell a few of these. Knife safety, you'd be better at that. Showing everyone how to not be safe with knives. That's the funny thing. Like when I first started doing this, half the comments for like the first 3 years were just like, "You can't cut towards yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. This is bad. Like this is how people die." And I'm like, go watch any cobbler, go watch any leather worker, go watch anybody that uses a knife for a living. You can't always cut away from yourself. But people eventually gave up on me. They're like, "He's just gonna do it." I'm like, sorry. I literally cut shoes in half for a living. Relax. If there's anyone that has the expertise to not hurt themselves dissecting footwear, it's me. Woo! Wow, flesh out version. Ooh, this one's cool. I like this one a lot more. This paneling's cool, but it is the multicolor to me would like bring a little extra emphasis to the width. Whereas this is like looks like a flesh out Chrome XL, like a wax flesh Chrome XL. It doesn't smell like Chrome XL, so I don't know for sure, but I like that. So you get like abrasion resistance. Let's see how much they are. Woo, they are not cheap. $380. So this is the C-01, the C01, and this pair is the C02, C-02. $380. The ultimate foot function heritage shoe, the ultimate foot function heritage tool shoe. Handcrafted with our zero drop anatomical comfort last for maximum toe room and foot function. Premium all leather upper. Oh, so it's CF Stead. Okay, I knew it didn't smell like Chrome Excel. CF Stead's good. CF Stead makes some really good leather. Easily recraftable, veg tan leather insole. Oh, it is a veg tan heel counter, heel stiffener. Fully lined, gusset tongue, mil spec, elastic shock cord, Vibram Mega Lug. For a most accurate fit, we recommend going through the sizing exercise. I'll give you my initial sizing opinion, but always refer to like what they recommend. Cool. 380 is a lot, but it's built like a Pacific Northwest sneaker. So, and this is clearly a small brand too. So you're definitely paying that small brand tax, which obviously I own a small brand, and I'm like, do it. Like help the small brands. Like they're the ones that are pushing and innovating. Like no one's done anything like this, and so you got to pay that like new style tax, the small brand tax. But some people are like $380 for a sneaker. No, but it is resoldable, and so it's not like it's $600. I can see how they get to that price point, but some people are gonna be like, nah, that's way too much. That's what, like 3 times the price of a regular pair of shoes. So if you got like 3 wears out of the sole, you could justify it pretty easily. I think that's possible too, especially compared to other barefoot shoes. Like this is built like a boot. This is like a barefoot boot that's pared down, simpler, but still like really rugged. And it is very stiff too, initially anyway. Okay, let's try it on. So let's see what sizes we got. Got a 10 and a 10. I'm a 10 on the Brannock. I wear usually 10.5 or 11-inch sneakers, and in like Pacific Northwest boots and like Red Wings, those other boots, I usually wear 9.5. What are these? These are some monsters, speaking of heritage. I just unboxed these, and so I didn't want to take them off. They're the 7-layer beefy Russell Mocks. So you probably have seen these. I actually don't know when these videos are coming out. So this is either coming up or it's out. Either way, I'll put the sign up form below. Okay, let's try them on. Size 10. Them babies are wide. I have so much toe room in there. I literally have an extra toe width in there. These are cool though. They're like big and wide, but I can't help but love like anything that's like way over the top, and like building a contradictory like barefoot sneaker that's built similar to the Pacific Northwest boot and some of the heaviest duty boots in the world, but also still maintaining the sneaker aspects and some of the barefoot aspects. You boys got tiny little feet and ankles, so I'd have to do something with this little lace here. These are so wide. But there's a lot of people out there that's what they want. Like anytime like some of these other barefoot stuff's too narrow, they're like, that's not even the human foot shape. God, they're comfy too, right off the bat. Because just that little bit of foam gives you just a little squish. Yeah, but these things are, if you need wide toe box boots or shoes, these are that, because they are wide. Like I was talking to the Seaver Bros, they came up and interviewed me, and I interviewed them back, and they're talking about like one of their viewers has like literal 6-inch wide feet. And I don't think these are quite 6 inches wide, but there's a lot of people out there that have to have the barefoot shoes. Interesting. So I must have an insole layer, a midsole layer, a foam midsole, and the outsole. Yeah, these are crazy. Shout out to Turriff, taking a leap of faith and trying to make like an ultimate heritage, like sneaker that's super repairable, that's resolable, that maximizes the width, maximizes quality materials. Very, very unique and interesting. Cool. Nice work, Turriff. These are really cool. They're very expensive, very high quality, very repairable. But man, I just love it when anyone does something super unique and different. So if you want a pair of Turriffs, check them out below. Sign up for the Beefy Russell Mocks unless they're already released and sold out. Christie knives. Check out our handmade leather goods. Thanks for watching these videos, because this is just fun. I like to be able to just do these unboxings where I can just get my eyes on some stuff, show you guys some unique things that are coming out without having to commit an entire video to it, all the work that's related to it. And then if you guys want to see these cut, and there's a lot of attention on this video, we'll cut them. And so the Rose Anvil 2 is kind of a feeder for the main channel. So let me know what you guys think, and if you want me to cut these, because I might just do it regardless, because they're really, really interesting. So thank you guys. See ya.